As temperatures climb across the St. Louis area, many families are looking for ways to stay cool without seeing their energy bills soar. Joining us this morning is Veronica Jenkins, the Director of Customer Care for Ameren, Missouri, to talk about resources available to help customers manage their bills. Veronica, so good to have you with us. You've been at Ameren for a long time. How long did you say?
26 years.
So you've done this for a minute.
Absolutely.
First of all, thank you for coming to us, because even this early in the morning, when it is this humid, I don't know about you, I was sweating when I was walking to my car.
Same.
So we really appreciate you coming. But you know, on a little bit of a serious note, when it's this hot outside, it can pose a lot of health dangers. Can you tell us a little bit about what you know on that?
Yes, absolutely. This extreme heat is dangerous, especially for our vulnerable customers. Thinking about older adults, children, folks with medical conditions, they have to take caution, with extreme heat. So we just encourage folks, if you have to be outside for any extended period of time, make sure you're fully hydrated, you're wearing light colored clothing, taking shade if you can, and then also, making sure that you're taking frequent breaks if you have to work outside. But well-being, top priority in this heat. That's, everyone needs to be safe, and we ask people to just think of ways that they can stay cool. Stay indoors if you can.
That's right. Now, the most important thing is safety, but comfort also plays a role in this.
Absolutely.
In our household, there's always a little bit of a discussion between me and my wife as to where we keep the temperature. But when it's this hot outside, your temperature really, like the AC units really have to work, and they draw a lot of electricity, and that can get really expensive. Do you have any tips for the folks at home who are looking to just maybe save a little bit, as much as they can, on their utility bill?
Yes, absolutely. And managing energy costs is top of mind for everyone with extreme temperatures like these. One of the things that we encourage is budget billing. First, it's a levelized payment program that allows folks to avoid those seasonal spikes. So that's something that we will always recommend to customers. But as far as saving energy, using ceiling fans along with the AC, that helps reduce the temperature in the home, but it actually supports the cooling. Making sure that filters are changed, that they're cleaned. It helps the systems operate more efficiently. Cooking at ideal times of the day, and maybe even not using the oven at all, using smaller kitchen appliances that don't bring excess heat into the home, because an oven can really increase the temperature inside the home. Blocking the sun, closing the blinds, pulling the curtains closed, making sure that you're keeping some of that heat out as well. And then programming the thermostat, right? So if you know that you'll be away for an extended period of time, maybe increasing the temperature on the thermostat when you return home and then lowering it. But those are just some tips where you can manage those costs, manage your energy and keep the costs lower. So, but we understand that with the rising temperatures, the energy is going to increase, and folks are concerned about that. We want people to be comfortable, and we want people to be safe. If people get into a situation where the bill is a bit expensive over the summer period, we have resources to help people. We just ask that they reach out. We have payment agreements, we have due date extensions. We also we partner with local agencies that provide funding to help people pay their energy bills. There are a lot of things that are available for customers. We just want them to reach out.
Yeah, you mentioned budget billing. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a levelized payment program that allows you to split those costs across the year. So ultimately, you'd pay the average bill, and it's based on historical usage from the previous 12 months. So there's an average amount that you'd pay over time. At the end of the 12-month period of being on budget billing, you can either roll over the difference. You could either be ahead or behind on budget, right? So, but you can roll that difference into the upcoming 12 months. But it really supports avoiding those seasonal spikes that come with summer and heat and winter months where the energy increases.
Because that's how it goes, right? As you know,
Yes.
In St. Louis, there's a very narrow window where the weather outside is very mild and comfortable. Usually, unfortunately, it feels like we're working in the extremes. On the subject, you were giving some great tips earlier there. You mentioned the idea, if you know you're going to be away from your house for a long time, to maybe program your thermostat to let it warm up a little bit while you're gone. Do you have a specific recommendation for how much variation you could have? Because I imagine, if you totally let it go and you completely turn off your unit for hours at a time, your unit's really going to have to work hard to turn it back on. So is there like a specific amount that folks should play around with when they're leaving?
We recommend 78 degrees, but 78 degrees doesn't always feel the same in everyone's home, right?
That's true.
So it
That's
depends
true.
on how hot it is outside. We want people to be comfortable, but 78 degrees is generally the recommended temperature setting in the summer months, and that'll help save energy. But again, using, adjusting the thermostat alongside using other ways to cool the home, like ceiling fans, floor fans, etc., that will help reduce the temperature in the home 3 to 4 degrees potentially.
There's some great tips, and we could talk a lot about that. We are out of time here, Jeronica, but thank you so much for coming by. And I do want to mention, for more information on budget billing, energy efficient programs, and bill assistance options, you can visit Ameren Missouri's website. So Jeronica, thank you so much. And we're going to get a check of your traffic right now.